What's going on, everyone? Venom Sting 234 here. Okay, I know it's been a while, but I've been watching these small videos on the feds seizing airsoft guns because they deem them dangerous, can be converted into a real assault weapon, and they just look too real. I mean, other than the orange tip that was required, I mean, they all have it. Okay, here's my sense on this. I think this whole gun issue in America is getting out of hand. And this is my perspective, is this is just another way the government is trying to control what we do, what we say, what we hear, everything like that. To anyone who really believes that these airsoft guns can be converted into an actual gun, my question is, how would the toy gun itself handle the ballistics? How would it handle the immense power that the rounds would give off? I mean, to me, those guns would explode since it can't handle the ballistics. That's just my guess. I mean, I can't really foresay much, but some of my friends can know more about airsoft guns than I do. But as far as I'm concerned, the whole issue with the Fed seizing these toy guns, deeming them too realistic, they need to mind their own business. If people want to use these toy guns that are obviously not real, even though they look real, that's just one step closer to the government seizing the real thing. And I have watched numerous upon numerous videos that involve different type of politicians about gun control, including the one British asshole, Piers Morgan, who solely focuses on the AR-15 and uses dead children as a way of saying, because that weapon has just been used in the 4 massacres that have happened, that all firearms should be deemed illegal. Wait, hold on, I take that back. He deemed all rifles to be deemed too dangerous in the public hand and should be outlawed. I mean, okay, that's fine. And I mean, if you don't like our Second Amendment rights, Morgan, go back to your freaking country. But the one politician that got me the most pissed off was Geraldo, who said, abolish the Second Amendment altogether. And as one person said in a meeting, saying, from my cold dead hands, this video was brought in, well, he was in Connecticut on the aftermath of the Sandy Hook massacre from that one nutcase, and said he didn't blame the guns, he didn't blame the tool, any of those, he blamed the person. And he's a gun owner. It's in a safe. He has his guns in his safe where, as he said, and I quote, collecting dust and cat hair. The thing is with some of these anti-gun rants that I've been seeing is that they always come across as any gun owner is going to be going out and about shooting their guns out into the air like irresponsible whack jobs. No. Here's what I have to say about this. If we want to help American society with gun problems, the best solution is education. Don't mind that. You educate the public, you educate everybody about gun safety and gun safety protocols, everything would go away. And for anybody to say you make guns illegal, the gun violence goes away, it won't. And that's just one thing that pisses me off about like someone like Piers Morgan saying, constantly bringing up how low Britain's gun violence is. That's your country. For him to constantly say, when we made the guns illegal, everything just stopped. Okay, great, that's your country. But here's the problem. When he also brought up the issue with gun murders in like Chicago, only a very small percentage was due to a rifle. A big amount of the time the gun murders happen is between young men in gang-related shootouts, and that involves handguns. He doesn't want to focus on that. Nobody wants to focus on these gun murders in like Chicago and New York, where that's where a vast majority of the murders happen. However, the only thing that he wanted to bring up was the Sandy Hook massacre and the Aurora movie theater shootout. Well, not shootout, massacre. As one veteran said, they only seem to bitch, whine, complain, and cry when it's the dead bodies of wealthy white people. They don't say anything about the gang violence in Chicago, in New York City. In any of those areas, they don't mention anything. The only way to stop all these massacres is to make sure that it's not about arming every single citizen, it's about educating every single citizen about gun safety. Making all these regulations and laws is not going to stop it. The guns are already out en masse. If you make guns illegal, you only give the mafia, the mob, the Bloods, the Crips, all these gangbangers an opportunity to commit more robberies, more holdups. Excuse me. Yeah, more holdups and all these other crimes. And the average Joe or Jane can't defend themselves. The constant misconception of gun owners is that we're just like trigger happy morons. We're not. I'm on my way to get my first gun soon. And I think every single real law-obeying gun owner will say that tool is a very, very, very last resort. And in closing, I just want to say it to all these politicians and every person who wants to say guns are the problem. They're not. The person behind that trigger is the real problem And that's what we need to focus on.